In the semi-final of the Olympics in Barcelona against Stefan Dopp, a Seoi-Nage specialist himself, Koga comes in for the Seoi-Nage and after 3 attempts, 3 stabs, eventually gets him onto his back. Here's the first one, the leg comes in, then he gets the drive, Dopp struggles, but it's not enough and he's on his back.
So many of these things you guys know already, but it's worth highlighting again. First of all is the grip. Okay, so Koga happens to grip armpit grip. He likes to grip like this. So he actually grips armpit grip. So he can keep them away and he can lift. But I think most people are happy just to grab the lapel. And it'll work. If you grab lapel, it's good enough, right? If you want to follow Koga style, you get armpit grip, also can. But the problem with the armpit grip, the only problem is that there's not much else you can do with it. You can't really do other techniques. There are not that many other techniques. Whereas if you have lapel, there are other techniques you can do. So this offers more flexibility to do other things. Whereas this, there's really not that much. Really, lapel offers more flexibility. But the important thing is that it's either armpit or lapel, not sleeve. Because as I mentioned before, when you do sleeve, there's a lot of space. So it's really very loose. And no matter how hard you pull, it's very loose. Okay? So it's better to hold here and to get this very tight. This grip or this grip. You want to get a very tight grip. The other thing is leg insertion, right? All of Koga's throws, he's like this. You'll see. Okay, and this allows you to get low underneath uke, below uke without squatting. Because when you squat, it's hard on the knees and it's very hard to get up again. Like Mane, your knees are already not so good. If you squat like this, I think it's not so good. But if you do this, it's alright. Right? This is easier on the knees. And especially if it's a tall person, like if you're with Casey, Alex, Casey is taller than you. She'll definitely need to do this in order to get underneath you. Right? It's either that or you drop all the way, drop Seoi-Nage. But to do a squat is not a good idea. It's unstable and it's hard on the knees. So the third thing that my coach told me, which is a little bit hard to get your head around, is you need to lift uke. You need to lift uke as you come into the throw. Okay, so it's not coming into the throw and then lifting uke. You got to start lifting uke as you come into the throw, so that by the time you make a rotation, uke is already on your back. Okay, so you don't want a situation where you've rotated and then her feet are still on the ground, right? By the time you rotate that way, her feet should be above the ground. See? By the time I rotate, she's already above the ground. Right? And when the feet is above the ground, it's difficult for her to stop the throw or counter the throw, right? Because feet is already above the ground. So when I show you the video again, watch out for these 3 things. His grip. He gets a nice, strong armpit grip. You can do lapel if you want. He gets that hip insertion, the leg insertion like that. And he starts lifting uke as he comes in. And this is maybe the one that I want you to watch out for the most. If you look at all his throws, right? He's actually lifting them, and by the time he's completely rotated, their legs are in the air. So that's something that you need to learn to do if you're going to do the Seoi-Nage, Koga Seoi-Nage. Okay, so let's watch the video again.
In the first round of the 1995 Worlds against the Mongolian, Koga produces yet another magnificent example of Seoi-Nage. Look at the incredible drive that he gets. The head starts central, but the rotation to finish the technique off is absolutely incredible, and he sends the head round. Look at the hip insertion, there it is, there's the drive and the rotation.